Welcome to Straight Up Crypto. My name is Jim, and in this video, I'm going to be reading dumb crypto tweets. We all see them. Some people mock them, some people ignore them, some people engage and follow these accounts because they're looking to learn about crypto. But as someone that loves crypto and really believes that it could be truly life changing for so many, and I want to help, I get straight up angry when I see this sort of stuff. So I'm just going to go ahead and read these tweets. I'm going to tell you what I think is wrong with them, and I'm going to be doing it all live. So just go ahead and read of course, the disclaimer down here in the video description. Now, these are all my opinions, only just the way I think, but hey, I like my opinions, so let's go ahead and get into these. So I've hidden the names on these tweets. I'm not trying to be a hater or anything. I just don't want to, help draw any attention to these, and I just want to share my opinions. So this guy has 700,000 followers on X, so that's a pretty healthy following. And he says this: breaking, the former PayPal president says it's a good idea to hold Bitcoin no matter what. Okay, so this is breaking. This is supposed to be super important. Well, look, I know that it's just supposed to be a little news tweet and he's supposed to be putting this out here. But first of all, it's nowhere near the first person that says that. There's tons of Bitcoin and crypto advocates that are saying this exact same thing. But moreover, this is not for the big investors that this is posted for. He's posting for people that might be newer to crypto or are just trying to be engaged in the market. And this concept of holding no matter what, if you're just getting into crypto and you've invested whatever spare money you have, and let's just say, best case scenario, you got in at the beginning, the bottom of this market around 15.7K Bitcoin, and you wrote it up and you got it's 7x approximately from the bottom to what we've had as a new all-time high so far. And so you've 7x your money, and what are you going to do? You're just going to hold it and ride it back down through a bear market, maybe a 50, 70% drop, whatever it turns out to be. And so then the next cycle you can run it up. Like, no, you probably need money for your bills. You probably want to pay off your house. You want to buy a house. You want to, whatever the case is based on your own financial situation. But for this tweet to say this sort of thing, it's like, okay, I get it. That's not the purpose of it. But if you really wanted to help people, that's a very different thing. For Michael Saylor and MicroStrategy to hold Bitcoin no matter what, or some of these big influencers, if they really have the money that they say they have, for them to hold it and never sell it, okay, that's fine. But I guarantee that some take profits. Not everybody's holding and never selling. So I just find this to be misleading and not very helpful at all. So this right here is another tweet from the same guy. He says, bullish Bitcoin call options predict that the price might hit 300K by the end of June. So it's June 7th as of right now. Okay. And Bitcoin went down, just touched below 100K a few days ago and is seeing a little rally. We're right around 105 or so right now. So this is supposed to be a TA guy. Like, he's supposed to be a big TA guy. He's always posting these things. But I'll tell you, his TA sucks. Okay. He was posting just a couple months ago about how Bitcoin was going to go to 30,000. He said, no doubt. He was basically being insulting towards people that said otherwise. And we called a bottom at about 75K. That's what we hit. And then we saw a big reversal and we went back up over 100,000. Okay. So just after he said this 30K thing, he just flipped bullish a few days later. I don't remember if the price went up or there was some sort of news or something, but he immediately started calling for 250K as if he had never said 30K. And now he's saying, again, he's saying 300K. Now, I don't care about call options or any of that. I mean, does it have an effect? Yeah. Is it temporary? Yeah, I believe that too. But we're at 100K. So we 7x'd over the course of like 2 years, and now we're gonna 3x from 100K to 300K in a matter of like less than 3 weeks or 3 weeks or whatever it is. I just find that to be ignorant and stupid. And he's looking for engagement, and that's cool. I get that, but he's got 700,000 followers. Like, people are obviously looking to this guy. They're not looking to him as I mean, they're looking to him as an expert, but like, they're not getting expert advice. They're not getting any help, and I just find that to be really obnoxious, and I'm not a fan. So this post, this tweet is from another guy out there. Again, I've hidden who it is, not trying to be a hater or anything. And this guy has about 3,500 followers, so a much smaller channel, but not insignificant. And so he's got a long post here, and I'm just gonna read it. I haven't been posting much, but let's be honest, there's been nothing worth hyping. The markets are a continuous cycle of chop. The news cycle is trash. Half of the influencers are farming engagement, posting the same thing every day or coping in real time. Not here to sell false hope, just trying to call it how it is. I still believe there'll be a super cycle and many alts will 5 to 20x, but I think most are tired of hearing it all the time. Okay, so he's saying, obviously he's saying, oh, he's always saying it's going to 5 to 20x, there's going to be a super cycle. So I'm working backwards here a little bit, but we don't need a super cycle for alts to run. You know, alts could run now. There's a very real possibility that this little mini run that we've had turns into an alt season. I don't know that it'll happen. I'm leaning towards maybe not, maybe in the fourth quarter right now, but it's possible. And we don't need a super cycle because we would be within the parameters of the 4-year cycle if we hit another high and then came down in towards the end of this year, maybe November, December, maybe even to January a little bit for alts to run a little bit further. We don't need a super cycle. Okay. So I don't know what that's about. Um, it's funny, not trying to sell false hope, just trying to call it how it is. But he started off by saying, there's been nothing worth hyping, so I've been quiet. So hyping is an interesting word, and I'm not trying to be a psychoanalyst here or anything, but this is a very empty post. He's just saying nothing going on. Listen, if you're into crypto, I get that when it gets quiet, it's harder to post things, but there's always education to be given. There's always some way that you can help somebody else. And so there was no news, so we didn't have anything to post. I can read the news, I can Google things, and anybody else can. We don't need this sort of post. And influencers are farming engagement, posting the same thing. Yeah, that's largely what's out there. So why are we, so you can only post the news? We can't do anything else unique or different. And that's kind of the reason that I personally am doing this right now. I thought it'd be fun to kind of read something and just show what's out there because I want to be different. But this is a prime example of how it's like if you're not handed directly something to say, like the news or bullish TA or something like that, then there's nothing that you could possibly share out there. So we've got another post. This is again from the same guy, and I'm just doing this because I don't want to spread too thin, and I hid the names, so I'm not trying to call anybody out necessarily. I mean, I would if somebody sees this and they know whose it is, we could talk about it. But so this last post from the same guy. There's no logical explanation for today's Bitcoin dump. No bad news, no macro shift, no major liquidations, just vibes, manipulation, and a reminder that logic doesn't live here. So logic does live here. It's called technical analysis. It's not perfect logic, but we were expecting another little bit of a leg down. The correction that we were in the midst of did not appear complete. I said that it was going to hit maybe 100K. I think we maybe had a wick down a little bit lower, and then it came back up. So it's totally not a surprise. So we don't need a reason. The reason is that it was in a correction. So no major liquidations. Yeah, you didn't need to. The volume was low because nothing was going on, and so then a little bit of price action made the price go down, and that's very common at the end of a correction. For all of a sudden, there's low volume, the price goes down and then it rebounds faster because it didn't take a lot for it to do that because it was low volume, and so people started jumping in this particular case. So no bad news. News doesn't matter. No macro shift. I don't even really know what he's trying to say there. No major liquidations. Just vibes. Cool, man. Totally sweet. Manipulation. So I mean that would be that would be a reason. There's no logical explanation, but manipulation would be a logical explanation. So, like, what are we doing here? It's like it's got 3,500 followers. I'm not jealous. I don't care about that. I'm just saying, like, if you're one of the people, if you're watching this video and you're one of the people that are, watching somebody or following somebody with 700,000 followers or 3,500 or whatever it is, and they're not giving you something that's useful and something that's positive. And by positive, I don't mean the hype and the big crazy perma bull price predictions or anything like that. I mean something that will positively in fact impact your experience in crypto, to help you learn, to help you be a better investor, to just anything, like point you in the right direction. I don't know personally what you need, so I can only put out the little bits of things that I know and care about and find to be important. And if it resonates with you and you use it, then that's fantastic. But I just find this sort of thing, and I know it's a tweet, so it's short and it's only so many characters, and so we can't get super in depth. But I just wanted to put that out there. I mean, I had fun doing a little bit of a rant. Hopefully, you made it this far into the video, and you did. Look, the point is, I just want to help. So you can follow me on X. I do post little things there. If you're not following me here on YouTube, then go ahead and hit like and subscribe. Leave a comment, request something that I might talk about in the future, and I'll see you in the next video.